Tracy, and this is my assignment for my 500-hour yoga teacher training, and this is on special populations, and this is senior chair yoga. The assignment is to cover some yoga for seniors using one of the sections of the 5 sections of chair yoga, which is a nice warm-up. It's getting yourself centered, go down into the arms, go down into power poses, go to the legs, and then a savasana or relaxation section. So to choose one of those sections, I chose to do the lower body or the legs. So senior yoga is really special to me. I actually have several seniors in my class. My oldest student is 91. I have several students in their 80s, and I know that absolutely they're going to carry their yoga practice forward if they do find themselves in some kind of an assisted living situation. So I'm just going to show you a few things that resonated with me once we get down into the legs, into the lower body. So I'll just do one or two, just if they are more mobile and they can stand, just come back to this edge of the chair, making sure that your chair is nice and stable. My chair is very old and rickety, so your chair should be very stable. And you're just going to take the toe out behind and just point. And just do a few lifts, feeling that glute nice and tight. Now, if you want to, and you feel like you're really balanced and you feel like your class can handle it, you can cue to lift the arm. This is Sunburn. This is more of a power pose, but it is one that I really liked. I really liked the idea that there were nice levels to this. So come to the other side. Do a few lifts, pointing that toe, lengthening the leg, and then maybe we lift the arm. So that's just one that you can do with the legs. And then if your class is mostly seated, which I would assume most senior chair yogas are going to be mostly seated, you're going to come into your seated posture, sitting down, and you can use blocks here to bring the floor up to you. So I do want to show you just a few of my favorites. Patagona, which we know is like a nice leg forward fold. There's some variations on that. So just come seated, find yourself all comfortable. I'm really short, so I'm going to have to bring the floor to me. My feet are nice and extended. So you're just going to extend the right foot out, point and flex, point and flex. Take the foot in a circle, take it back the opposite direction. Same on the other side, point and flex, point and flex. Circle around, circle back around. Then we're going to do it together. So you're going to come up on the toes, and then you're going to rock back on the heels, lifting the toes. Come up on the heels, or come up on the toes, down to the heels. Come up on your toes, circle the feet in towards each other, and circle the feet out to the outside. Feeling those legs as they warm up. Give them a nice little jog on the toes, and give them a little jog on the heels. Jog on the toes, jog on the heels. And you might think that, well, that's not part of yoga. Well, we shake our arms out, right? When we're standing, when we do regular yoga, so get a little blood circulation in there. Everything pools down here in these ankles, especially if they're seated for a long time. So work those out. Give them some twists. Circle them around. Give them a shake. Have your students do what they can do and what's in their practice. So you can take your strap, and we can get into that Patagona. Now, if you have a class, maybe they can hold the foot all the way out, and they can lean forward and reach. That's great, but most of your students in a chair yoga might not be able to do that. So take your right foot, take your strap around your right foot, holding it in your right hands. Stretch the leg out nice and long. Readjust your posture, lengthen your spine. Feel yourself nice and tall. Pull back on those toes, press through the heel, and don't overdo it. And then if it's in your class's practice, take the right leg out to the side. Come back to the center. And then you can add in a little twist here. Mindful, remember our twists are really gentle osteoporosis, osteoarthritis. You want to be really careful. You don't want to like be snapping around in the spine. So now take the strap in the left hand and just gently open off to the right. Come back to center. Loosen up. Give the legs a nice shake. Maybe before we move over to the other side, we do a little knee rotation. Again, coming up on those toes, getting that blood unpooled from the ankle. Come to center. Take your strap around the left foot. Strap goes into the left hand. Straighten that leg out nice and long. Pressing through the heel, pull back on the toes. Bring the leg out to the outside. Coming back to center, switch your hand. Hold the strap in the right. And then just gently open to the left. Come back to center. And then one more posture. I like to do a seated Patagona. Again, this might be a little difficult for some of your seniors, so you can do it very gentle, where you bring the feet together on the floor, soles of the feet are together, and then the knees are pushed out. Maybe you can inch yourself forward, coming closer to the edge of the chair. Maybe you take your hands, give yourself a little press. Or maybe you have some people in your class that are a little more mobile, so one foot stays on the floor, and then the right foot comes in, tucks into the pelvis. When you find yourself seated, sit up nice and tall. Take the foot down, and the same on the opposite side. And this would be if you had some people who were really flexible and maybe had some yoga experience. For the most part, that Patagona is going to be done with the feet on the floor, but with the soles of the feet turned in, and just opening through the thighs. So that was my senior yoga. I really love that there's all kinds of opportunities for yoga that are weaving through